What if you could find a more cost-effective way of saying goodbye that didn't have to happen in a funeral home, but right in your own home? Welcome to the Funeral Channel Network, brought to you by the Funeral Program Site, your trusted source for funeral guidance, memorial products, and meaningful ways to honor life. Today we're going to be talking about home funerals. Yes, have you ever heard about this? That you can actually have a funeral in your home? A home funeral is a family-led farewell that takes place in a private residence instead of a traditional funeral home. It allows loved ones to care for the person who has passed, spend time with them, and create a deeply personal goodbye. For many families, it brings a sense of peace, connection, and even healing during a difficult time. A home funeral typically begins fairly soon after death, often within a few hours. Once the death is legally pronounced, the family can bring their loved one home or keep them there if the passing occurred at home. Timing matters because the body will naturally begin to change, so early preparation helps preserve dignity and comfort during the viewing period. Most home funerals last 1 to 3 days before final disposition, such as burial or cremation. Embalming is usually not required for a home funeral. In fact, most home funerals avoid embalming altogether. Instead, families use natural methods like cooling the body with air conditioning, ice packs, or dry ice to slow the process of decomposition. However, if there will be a long delay, public viewing, or transportation across state lines, embalming may be required by law or recommended by a professional. Next, let's take a look at what needs to be done, step by step. To carry out a home funeral, there are a few important steps. First, a legal death pronouncement must be completed by a doctor, hospice nurse, or medical professional. Next, you'll need to file the death certificate with your local vital records office. In many cases, a funeral director can still assist with paperwork even if you're handling the funeral at home. Then comes body care. Families may gently wash, dress, and position their loved one. This can be a meaningful and intimate part of the process. Cooling is essential. Dry ice is commonly placed beneath or around the body to preserve it safely during the home viewing period. After that, create a space for visitation. This can be a bed, a simple table, or a casket if you choose, surrounded by photos, candles, flowers, or personal items. Finally, you'll arrange for burial or cremation. Even with a home funeral, a licensed provider is usually required for transportation to the cemetery or crematory. Many families choose home funerals because they feel more personal and less rushed. It can also be more affordable than traditional services. But more importantly, it allows families to be present, caring for their loved one, saying goodbye in their own way, and creating a meaningful experience that truly reflects the life lived. A home funeral does require planning, emotional readiness, and some physical involvement. There are legal steps, timing considerations, and practical needs like cooling and transportation. Some families choose a hybrid approach, handling the viewing at home while working with professionals for other parts of the process. Home funerals are part of a growing movement toward more natural and personalized end-of-life care. Alongside green burial and water cremation, families are rethinking what a meaningful goodbye looks like and bringing it closer to home. At the end of the day, there's no one right way to say goodbye. Whether it's in a funeral home or your own living room, what matters most is love, presence, and honoring the life that was lived. What about you? Would you ever consider a home funeral for someone you love? Or is that something you'd feel uncomfortable with? It is something to consider, especially if you're going the green burial route. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.